Hello everybody. It's another beautiful evening when I'm filming this video today, and it's almost autumn equinox, so we are going to do some meditation and relaxation, talking about that a little, and we are going to do a breathing called Bellows Breath. So I'm gonna have wrap this around my rib cage. If you don't have an elasticated band, you can use a little necktie or non-elasticated yoga band, whatever you can, or just use your hands here when we start the breathing. I always talk about having a routine, so when we're doing all the meditation, so lighting a candle is a good thing. That can actually bring you into a mood. As you see that I set my room up, and the sun is on my side, so it's looking gorgeous and glorious, and I'm gonna sit and soak up the sunshine also. So just try to find a really warm part of your house and find a place where you feel at peace. So it's very important, otherwise your mind gets wandering off. And then when we're going to do things, we have our props, so get everything that you might need near you, because it's good that you got balance and you're gonna have comfort and you're not gonna feel too hard done by. Okay, so you're just gonna do everything to make things easier for yourselves. So if you just settle in, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit in the hero pose like I was sitting, because we're gonna be here for a while doing the breathing. I'm gonna sit like this so you can see my ribcage better on this position. You can also have a yoga block and a cushion on top, so it's kind of much more comfortable, so you can really like be steady here. So the first breathing, and then I'm gonna wrap this gently, not too tight. We're talking about the bellows, so just think about the bellows opening and closing, and this is a very cleansing breath. All right, so you're just gonna go there. If you don't have this, you have the fingers, so you can push them out on the inhalation and exhaling and relaxing. I'm doing a little bit of Ujjayi breath here too, so because it's normal just to be breathing a little bit more fire breath. So you're going to work to the back and the side of the lungs. So inhaling open, feel the rib cage push to the back and the sides. As you're exhaling, you're relaxing the rib cage back and squeezing all the way, really letting the air expel. Then inhale in again, starting from the bottom of the lungs, and exhaling out again. And keep going in your own. So just think about the bellows expanding and bellows closing. Think about the blacksmith's bellows when they do this fire. So they blow the air to the fire. Just visualize that. And thinking about 3 dimensions in the chest and rib cavity here. So you're going sides, forwards and backwards, and upward and down, and you're expanding the chest all along. Try not collapsing the spine as you're exhaling. So exhaling, inhaling, but your spine doesn't collapse. Then you feel your diaphragm flatten here, so expanding the ribs more, the chest rises. And you push the ribs to the back, you feel the vertebrae separate. And exhale. As you saw that, and I extended my breath so much further. So at the beginning, you don't try too hard, because you can get lightheaded when you get so much oxygen at once inside the body. You're just gonna do what you can do, and slowly, slowly you can increase the length of your breath. keep going. Don't stop when I start talking again. So another thing I want to point out here, when you inhale, as your diaphragm flattens, you feel your seat bones separate. So you're opening space in the abdominal cavity also. So your breathing can be so much more deeper. Then as you exhale, you're closing the pelvic floor. Your seat bones come together, your stomach engages, and your ribs are really going in, and you feel all the internal muscles working into the internal organs of the rib cavity. So keep practicing a couple more minutes in this way. You can relax your face, relax your shoulders and the neck. You might start feeling also quite warm because it's a lot of effort you're putting into the ribs here. So they're separating, you might get stitches. Also, don't overdo it if you start getting all these muscle cramps. So you can just do a little shallower than me, okay? One more breath. And I want you to just close your eyes and relax. Allow the body to come back to normal breathing, where you're not forcing anything. So when you're meditating, you don't want to force things so far, because it's quite a lot of effort and you want to be comfortable and releasing tension. So gently sitting here. If your legs need to be moved, move them. You don't have to be in this position all the way through. Again, I'm going to mention the autumn, the seasonal change we are going through. We had long days of summer where you felt all energized and you didn't want to go to sleep, and your body was recharging batteries and going full steam. Now where we're going to have the days and nights the same length on the autumn equinox, where you need to balance the day and the light. So you're not going to be exerting yourself as the same way as you did in summer. Times people feel sad the summer is over, but we don't think like this when we are really trying to be positive about each and every season, and we are trying to embrace the seasons as they come. So this is the moment of harvest, where we can think about what we did in the summer and harvesting all the good things from it, and just reflecting on the feelings and emotions we might be going through. And also, autumn is a good time to be starting to let go, that thinking about the leaves when they start dropping, so that your new life cycle can start. So we need to think about the things we want to get rid of in the autumn season. So I want you to start noticing these things and see what you're ready to go, let go of, or what you should be letting go and you're not quite ready. So you can actually contemplate on your feelings and your emotions and do some reflective thoughts and mindfulness into our stretches and meditation today. Now I'm gonna just undo this band, and because we are talking about autumn, we are gonna go through the yin meridians of autumn, so which is gonna be the heart, in a large intestine, and we're just gonna get through the arms and upper body meridians here also. So I took one arm here, one arm in the back, and I'm going to pull with my arms against each other with this band. I don't want you to force yourself, so I'm gonna just slowly go around to show you. So if you've got a bend here, you can relax a little better, and we're trying to get this top palm to pull back. The idea that we are going to reach the fingers eventually and really try to pull them and stimulate through the fingers, because we're working for autumn, as we said, and that hands and fingers are very much of a part of the autumn meridians. Okay, so we just want to be getting comfortable there, so I'll give you a couple minutes to get settled. So we're talking about the lung and large intestine, and then we're doing these poses that encourage cleansing and connection with these seasons and our bodies. So we are talking about day and night being the same, equal amounts of time, and thinking about the duality in the right and left side of the arms. So as we go one side and the other side, you might notice the differences. It's like yin and yang. So I just want you to close your eyes, get comfortable, and hold here. Don't try to reach into your fingers yet, because it might feel quite tough to get into the fingers just yet. I want you to try to relax your shoulders. So the hand is in the back, in the middle back here. You can really touch the middle back with it. And connect, because you breathe it into the ribs, so you can feel the connection between your hand and the upper back. And you can try to feel the top arm to lift up a little bit further. Now the top hand is floating, so it's not forcing onto the neck. So just use the bend further. Maybe your hand's gonna be further down than upper back. Doesn't really matter. Then you start pulling with the bottom arm onto the top arm. And you're trying to connect both. Again, thinking about yin and yang, day and night, and equilibrium into this emotions and seasons. Couple of sighing breaths here, arriving, thinking about the summer, things you've achieved, your affirmations into the summer. Maybe you went on holiday, you had such good times, long days, heat, maybe time off work. So it always feels, when you don't have to go to work, it feels so much better, doesn't it? Now you're maybe back to work and you don't want to be. You got big resentment of the seasons ending. But also the end of summer represents the harvest time. So this is where you harvest your goods. All the hard work is paying off. And you started to receive from all the energy you put out. You're receiving something back from it. So these are all positive thoughts of the autumn. And you're gonna shed your skin here. So you're gonna be letting go of the old leaves and growing new ones in the next spring. So just try to think about what you want to shed, what you no longer serves you, and how can you shed well and not hold on to stale leaves and allow them to go. I want you to start thinking of things and make a list in your head. And no matter how little problems you may have, doesn't matter. I want you to think about everything that bothers you. Everything doesn't serve you. It could be something like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stop drinking for a bit because I've been drinking too much. Or it could be something like, I've been eating too much ice cream now, I'm gonna stop. Anything that can be so small, think about it. What have you done so much of, and what do you need to do less of? Just to have more balanced lives. And meanwhile, don't hold on to your breath. Breathe naturally and easily. And if you need to sigh and let go, because things are getting a bit tight and hard, just sigh and let go all the tension from your shoulders. See whether you can reach your fingers together. It would be great if you could pull the fingers apart now. This is going to affect your lung meridians. So your lungs can be more open. Do you see when your arms in this position, how your chest lifts up and how it's easy for you to breathe? You might be feeling tension in the shoulders and the arms. You might be feeling pins and needles. But your chest is easy. Your heart is beating easy. One more time, deep breath in and out. And we can just slowly let go of the top arm first. And then bring the back arm in. It's going to feel quite heavy in the back arm because of the position you put it in. So I want you to just rub that back arm up and down, starting from the shoulder. Gently rubbing all the way, letting go of the tension, realizing what you just done, and allowing it to feel what it's feeling. If it's feeling pins and needles, it's okay. We don't have to judge this. Now get the other arm the same. And then just grab your fingers together, squeeze your palms and release. I got my right hand thumb on top first. I'm squeezing and I'm releasing. I'm going to just stretch the hands away. And then relax them back down again. And now you're going to feel your hands are relaxed. You feel fresh blood running through your arms. And everything is starting to feel normal again. And then we're going to switch the arms now. So we get the other arm back. So to get the back arm back, you can actually pull the shoulder back and move that arm first. Then you get to the top arm. And using the bends and pulling onto the bends first in the first half. So we're going to settle here again. Relaxing the neck and the shoulders. Allowing the body to arrive in this pose. You might feel completely different. One side might feel more positive. The other side might feel a little bit harder and more negative. Doesn't matter. Just observe the feelings you're going through and arrive in your pose. Once again, we take our minds back into our meditation, into the autumn, visualizing autumn colors and how beautiful they can be, and how it's okay to be going through a change. It's okay to say goodbye to summer. It's okay to harvest. It's okay to have the seasons come and go. So we can shed our skin, start fresh in the spring. But now you start working on the things you need to shed and get rid of from your lives, or just moderate from your life. So maybe you didn't sleep very well in the summer and you want to start sleeping deeper, where you feel you can nourish your body better. You can start detoxing deeply. You can have more balance from the one side to the other. So you're not going to always drive from your strength. You can start driving from your weaknesses, or what you think is weaknesses. Because what you think is weaknesses could be also strength. It's always life is always in constant balance. So days go short, days go long, then they start becoming even, and they go back to being shorter. That's the way the things go. You breathe in, you breathe out. You have to let the breath out, because you can't have breath in without letting that breath go first. So now is the time to let go. See what else in there that needs to be changed. Maybe you need to evaluate your life and start having different affirmations. congratulate yourself for achieving what you achieved in the summer. And now can you continue this feeling into the autumn with renewed energy? Or maybe you need to be a bit more quiet, a bit more reflective, take your time, recover. There is no right or wrong. There is different ways. Sometimes you need to be energetic, sometimes you need to be quiet. As long as you're breathing, you're doing your best. And you're not getting stagnant in one point. No matter how positive the point is, if you only believe in one thing and you believe the other things are bad, you're never going to fully experience happiness. You'll try to replay the same happy feeling that you felt about one occasion or one thing that makes you happy. Because you're going to try to want to create the same situation over and over again. But we can't relive the same moments. Each day is different. So by trying to achieve the same feeling like you felt in summer, in autumn, you'll only disappoint yourself. And that causes the sadness. So we have to embrace the change. And think about beautiful autumn colors is going to come into our way now. Soon the yellows, the browns and the reds are going to get deeper. The sun is going to shine on a different color and feed our souls in a different way. Also the harvest, the grapes get really ripe right now. The berries are on bloom. They taste so good. Think about all that autumn brings. Chestnuts. And you know that they are also nice. Now see whether you can reach your hands behind you. Ever so slowly crawl your fingers alongside your band and reach up. Maybe you can join your right and left again. So you're connecting the seasons, connecting your yin and yang, darkness and with the light, and liking it both evenly. If anything starts feeling hard, just sigh your breath and relax as best as you can. Because like anything, the hardship is also going to pass. So if you're feeling pins and needles, that's also going to go away. So persevere. You're almost there now. Now open your eyes, gently move the back arm down. And now top palm down. And bring them in the front again. You can rub your arms up and down. And the other side. This time get the left thumb on top and just squeeze and release and squeeze and release. Now you're feeling connected both sides. You feel in unison. Now you're going to push the fingers away around your shoulders. Your shoulders start feeling great. Lift the arms up and open the hands. Float them back down. Nice. Now I'm just going to move you into the child's pose. I want you to move ever so slowly, because you already worked really hard, so I don't want you to feel like you need to rush into it. So I'm going to keep my cushion here. You can also do this with the cushion under your heels. So you don't have to make it too hard. You can sit back or you can sit keep the tail high. So if you keep your tail high, when you twist onto the child's pose here, it's going to feel a little bit more challenging because you're putting more pressure onto this arm. So start here, and if you slowly will go back to seated position. So I'm okay here. My neck is not shortened. I'm on my shoulder. If you want, you can put the forearms together and palms together. This can be quite nice. It's almost like you're having a nap upside down. See how you feel. You can separate one hand in the front, other one down. Just try to get comfortable and start breathing here. Again, we're in a position we can feel our bellows breathing because we're in the upper spine and the heart and lungs. You're feeling the cleansing start already. Now we went into our cleansing, letting go, starting anew. All these thoughts, just visit them again. See what the harvest holds in for you. What did you achieve? And what would you like to let go? Maybe you got a lot of old clothes that you're hoarding, you're never wearing again. Maybe you need to do deep house cleaning where you got so much papers lying around. Whatever it is, it can be simple things like that. Or it can be habits. Just think about letting go anything that doesn't serve any purpose in your life anymore. So you can open space for meaningful relationships. Arriving here, you might start fidgeting, finding different spots. It's okay. Because if you start coming across some inner truths that you don't want to face, you're gonna start feeling fidgety because you don't want to face it and deal with it. So when you're meditating, you're gonna come across these things. Allow it to come. This is how you're gonna learn what's going on inside. But remember, it doesn't have to stay with you. You can actually let go of your ego. Admit yourself what needs to be changed. This is the first step. Because nobody is always right, nobody is always wrong. So some people are always blaming themselves, some people always blaming others. Either one is not good. Instead of blaming, try to understand yourself or the other person. So this is why we meditate. Look inside for answers. It's all hidden there. You're going to find it if you search for it. And if there's something that you can help yourself with, just let go. Relax. Breathe. And allow the change to happen. We are not always the same in our lives. We are born as a baby. We don't stay a baby. We grow and we walk. We talk. We get other things. We grow up. So why should you be stopping the growth or the seasons? Allow your heart to open and be honest. To yourselves and to others. So you have true happiness. You can experience it. Now try to sit back. So I'm going to help my upper body first with my top arm, and I'll just kind of sit back and get that arm out of the way into my child's pose to rebound. Just ground your body here. Relaxing, deepening the breath, detoxifying, going into a different journey. When you're ready to move and change, you move onto your hands ever so slowly and take the other shoulder. Again, you can get to raise the hips, cushion your head, and change the arm position, maybe elbows on top of each other, maybe not. Just find a place where you feel comfortable. And think about all the things you're thankful for, all the things you have in your lives. Breathe and know that you're breathing. Your life is wonderful. It might be changing, but it is also surprising each and every day. You can experience different feelings, different seasons, different food, the taste of different food, each and every season. I want you to start getting affirmations into this season. You're going to do your best. That's all you can do. See what future you want to be like. What are you going to work hard on? What are you going to try to change? This is the moment. Surrendering, embracing. Deepen the breath. Enjoy each breath as it comes. Then you exhale the breath. Not holding on to things you can't hold. Not forcing, but going with the flow. Becoming mindful, caring, kind, gentle, truthful, fruitful, positive, and loving. So autumn, here we come. We salute you. We are on the last 10 seconds here. Then you can start moving your arms first. calm to sit on the child's pose. Turning the palms up. Gently sit up. Slowly, slowly rolling up. Inviting you to chant one Om 3 times Shanti. So lifting your arms up, breathing in. Palms in the chest, breathing out. Next inhalation, we're going to chant one loud Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Happy equinox, everybody.